It's Mark here with SMN News, sitting here with Aaron and Rob from Heaven's Basement. What's going on, guys?
Very good, thank you.
So, why the name Heaven's Basement?
That was Sid, our guitarist, initially. Just when the band first started, they were playing in a room that was kind of beneath the floor level, so he just started out kind of naming the room they were jamming in, and it kind of seems to stick from there, really. That was right at the beginning of the band.
Awesome. How many years ago was that?
That was 2008 now.
Okay.
So, yeah, I didn't join the band until 2009, so me and Aaron are the new boys.
You had no say in the matter. You just kind of get stuck with it.
Yeah,
you didn't want to change to like Hell's Penthouse or anything like that?
No, that's our side project there.
Oh, there you go. You started doing a side project. All right, so you guys have been in the States for a while now, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been in America. We flew over on the 30th of August. We've been here a month and a bit, and we've got about another 4 or 5 weeks to go.
Nice. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah,
man. I think I was looking before at all the dates and stuff, and by the end of this tour, if like every day goes ahead, we would have done like 26 states or something like that this year, which is pretty cool considering we never played it before.
Right on. And not to mention it's way bigger than England as well.
Tiny, yeah.
So what states have you been through and you enjoyed so far?
I don't know about states, but specific places. I really enjoyed Chicago. It's a really cool place. Austin, Texas is good.
Yeah.
New Orleans is really cool as well.
We had a phenomenal show at Dallas.
Yeah,
That was really good.
Dallas was a great show.
Yeah.
Seattle's a cool place as well.
Really, right on. Good crowds?
Yeah, man, we've been lucky to play to people that don't boo us, which is always nice.
Does that happen often?
Nah, I'm just saying, you can't take it for granted.
You always got punters out there that are going to throw a bottle of piss or something every now and then,
No,
right?
yeah, but I'll keep my eyes
We
on.
had a few sets of knickers. That's about it.
Can't complain about that, right?
No, exactly.
As long as they're like small size, not too big. Right? You start doing big bottoms by Spinal Tap or something like that. All right, so give me a little history on the band. About you guys were the latecomers in the band, but what was the band about before you guys joined?
Basically, they'd been around for about a year before I joined touring, maybe a year and a half. And the kind of ethos of the group was just to kind of play everywhere and anywhere in them days. Just get the name out there and always put on a good live show. So if you're playing in front of 10 people at the beginning, the next time you go there, hopefully it'll be 50 people, and kind of working on that basis. And that kind of has been instilled in our mentality as a band from then till now. Like, especially coming over to America, we're getting a decent reputation in England and stuff, so it was important for us to come over here and use that mentality and try and just put on the best live show we can and win over as many people with our show. Okay,
well, it's kind of interesting because in England you guys have Kerrang and Metal Hammer magazines. In America, there's not much of that here.
You've got Rolling Stone and stuff like
We've
that.
got Revolver, a cool magazine as well.
But I think Kerrang seems to hold more merit in the UK than those magazines do here.
Yeah, I mean, in the UK, like there's a couple of like magazine scenes. So obviously you've got like Kerrang does quite a lot of the younger bands, and you've got Classic Rock that deals with bands that do similar music to what we do, but are usually sort of older guys. Then you've got Metal Hammer, which is more sort of like really heavy sort of stuff. But together they cover a good amount of ground, and we've got pretty good relationships with all of them. So best of both worlds for us.
Well, in an interview you guys did recently up in Sacramento, so you were asked to describe your sound, and somebody said just straight ahead hard rock. Is that pretty valid?
Yeah. I mean, it's straight up rock and roll. I mean, another way is like it's a fresh take on rock and roll as well. So we've grew up listening to all those kind of old school bands and stuff, but we're not trying to recreate or go over the same old ground those guys did. We're kind of looking to put our own stamp on it. So
right.
You can see where our roots are, but we still have our own distinct sound, I think.
If you had to name like 3 inspirations for the band, specifically you, Rob, you, Aaron, what would they be?
I'd say something like Zeppelin, Guns N' Roses, and Rage.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably go with Queen, Biffy Clyro, Muse. That's pretty
Wow, that's a wide spectrum there, especially with the Biffy Clyro in
The
there.
thing is, they're all bands, and the same with Rob, they're all bands that have got a phenomenal live show. They knew how to entertain an audience, and that's the thing that Heaven's Basement is about. We're here to entertain, so it doesn't matter what we do in our spare time. As soon as we get on that stage, we have to make a connection with that audience immediately, and I don't want to leave people without a memory.
Well, that's something interesting, because hearing the album, I mean, it's hard, I think, for bands to capture a live sound in the studio. But when I hear the album, I hear I Am Electric, and I hear that stuff, I feel energy, and it's good that you guys captured that.
The boys put a lot of effort into finding the instrumentation, the amplification, just instruments in general that they were happy with playing. I think that's pretty fair to say.
Yeah.
So like the actual sonic of the album came out of the heart and soul of the instruments that we played, the microphones that we used, and you know what we could give to it. You know?
Right. But you hear the grit though, and even in the lyrics though, they're not standard lyrics. They're kind of creative. I am the AC, I am the DC. I mean,
Maybe
you
that's
guys.
not the most creative one, but
but the way you spit them out are pretty fluid, you know, and it doesn't sound like you hear some bands and it sounds calculated, but you guys, it feels natural.
Well, that's mainly due to our lack of technique with everything. But it was important to kind of get to capture energy and capture some venom. So it didn't sound like a well-polished recording. It sounded like it was a little bit rough around the edges, because that's what we kind of get off on, and then it kind of relates more to our live show than a very slick production, I guess.
Okay. You guys played some festivals out this summer?
yeah, we did Kansas Rock Festival, Carolina Rebellion, we did Pain in the Grass, Aftershock. There's literally done about 30 festivals in America this year, and they've all been phenomenal.
Yeah.
We got to meet a lot of blue people, like at Rocklahoma. We were on stage, and it was like swelteringly hot, and we get halfway through the set, and then I look to the left-hand side, and there's just this guy with massive dreadlocks. It turned out to be Head from Korn.
Oh, nice.
We befriended him. We've seen him at like a few festivals since. Like Korn are a good bunch of guys. Like they're sort of, you know, they're always up for hanging out. We've been out with like Buck Cherry this year. Met up with Papa Roach a few times, and Hellstorm or whatever. Like there's lots and lots of bands on this circuit we've either played with or known before, or got to meet thanks to the festival. So it's been great. It's been a really good year.
So what's the future look like? I mean, you guys out with the Pretty Reckless in Luna right now, who they had an unfortunate circumstance, I think in Dallas, that Luna had all their stuff lifted from them.
Yeah, it was Dallas as well, yeah. Perfect introduction to the United States. They've only been here a week or something.
That's horrible, man.
Yeah, but they're really good guys. It's fun because you try and have a conversation with them, and they're trying to work out their, because obviously I'm not going to try and speak Russian, I don't know what's going on. So they're trying to find the word, and then they'll speak to their mate in Russian to figure it out and stuff.
Oh, jeez.
It's good fun. They're really nice guys. And yeah, so they're pretty reckless. We've been getting on well with both, which is important because this is our longest tour we've ever done, not just in the States, in general. So to be with two bands that you get on with is definitely a bonus. It could be a bit
Definitely.
interesting.
It would suck if you're out with people you didn't get along
Yeah,
with.
it'd be so weird.
You know, thrown out all the time. But if you guys had to do like a dream tour here in the States, who would it be with?
It depends if it was from like a self-indulgent point of view or like a benefit the band point of view.
Go self-indulgent.
I'd probably say Rage, like I said, the Influence, because their live show is ridiculous. Like I've never seen a band where if normally the frontman tries to pump everyone up and get them jumping, gets them into it. If Zach De La Rocha told the crowd to bounce, people would die. He has to chill them out, if anything. So, and the fact that they're backed by such an awesome trio of musicians, fantastic sounds, fantastic riffs, like, and very sincere. It's I think they're pretty good role models to have.
Right on. What about you, Aaron?
I'm not going to compete with that, so I'm going to say Core.
That'd be fun.
That you walk out bloody every night, you know, covered in blood or jism or whatever else they're spitting out on their stage like that. All right, so what's the future in the next 4 to 6 months look like for Heaven's Basement?
Well, we finished this tour in about 4 weeks, I think it is. We leave here on the 11th of November. We've got about 5 or 6 days just to sort of like kind of chill out, you know, get our shit together. And then we head out for a month in Europe with Black Veil Brides. We got a couple of weeks off after that, because those are the last European and UK shows that we're doing for the rest of the year.
Okay.
We're going to have Christmas and New Year's for ourselves, then we've got a couple of weeks maybe if we're lucky. And then we're going to head over to Australia to do Soundwave Festival.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, we've got like another few things in the works, and we know what we're going to do, but I ain't going to tell you.
You can't tell yet. Holding out on us, man.
Yeah, the plan is all of next year to just keep touring. Hopefully, I mean, looking at it, we'll probably come over to America for the summer because we did the European festivals this year. And the plan's just to keep going until we feel like we've done the album cycle. So the next year will pretty much be more of the same, just playing as many new places as possible, hopefully coming back here to some existing fans and things like that, and if not, new places, just trying to win over new people as well.
Any surprises here? Because I know in Europe the festivals are huge, it's a lifestyle, but here it's a little bit different.
The festivals were fantastic here, I thought, actually. When we came over to do them, I didn't know what to expect because we have weekend festivals. And,
right.
You kind of, you're all pitched together, camp in a tent, get soaked by the rain every day. But when we came to things like Rockfest at Kansas City was unreal. We managed to open the festival, and you guys don't really do clashes over here, so you kind of alternate stages, which was really good for a band like us because no one had heard of us here. So it gave us a platform to kind of deliver our live show with everyone's undivided attention, whether they wanted to listen to us or not. They kind of did.
They had to.
And that was a really good start to the beginning of our American festival. So yeah, it was. There's always a bit of a romanticism with us coming over here because we're an English band playing to American crowds. So I always enjoy that.
But it's fun though.
Oh yeah, it's like starting again, like we did in Britain. It's just going out with the ethos of making sure everyone's really enjoyed the set by the end of the show.
Okay, awesome. Anything you want to say to the fans that have seen you or haven't seen you yet?
Everyone that's seen us so far in America, thanks for supporting us. And Fi-Fi has done really well for us. We didn't really know what to expect with that. Anyone that's kind of heard our song on the radio or heard a few tracks of ours, make sure you come down to a live show and see what we're kind of really all about if you like what you hear so far.
Awesome, man. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.